Ladies and gentlemen, today we will discuss the new life-changing C8 Corvette news, and finally GM stops dealers from doing this. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Brink of Speed. I want to thank you for hitting that play button today. So I want to get into this video that, as you saw in the beginning, is titled Life-Changing C8 Corvette News, and finally GM stops dealers from doing this. These are all things that we will be discussing that truly will change the way that you look at maybe ordering a C8 or maybe not. And so before we get into that though, if you enjoy these types of updates for the C8 Corvette and you like getting your information from Brink of Speed, do two things for me that will really help support the channel. Number one, smash that thumbs up button, which I already know the thumbs up squad has done, so thank you for that. And number two, if you have not joined the wonderful Brink of Speed community, if you like these updates, go ahead and smash that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. And leave comments down below. That also really helps support the channel. And then of course, follow me on all of my social media and share videos like this on your social media platforms. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so there is a bit of not so good news that we need to address before we get to the second part, which, if you ask me, is great news. If you watched my last video about GM's plant being closed down, you already know that things aren't looking good for those that currently are still waiting for a 2021 C8 Corvette. For those that haven't seen this video yet, I will link it up top and down in the description below. Now, I hope you guys are sitting down for this one because things have actually gotten worse. GM just announced that they are cutting 2021 production short, and it is because of all the issues currently going on with supply chain, and GM has canceled the last allocation cycle for 2021 C8s. This is bad news, I know, ladies and gentlemen, but stay with me, it gets better. They notified all dealerships of this a couple of days ago. What does this mean to you? Well, if you are 3,000 status or above, GM says that you will still receive your 2021 C8, but all orders that haven't reached 3,000 status will have to start all over again with their dealership for a 2022 model. Now, like I said in my previous video, I would definitely check with your dealership as soon as possible to ensure that they will put you at the front of the list for a 2022 model. I know I said that things just keep getting worse, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I'll discuss that here pretty soon. But what does this truly mean for those out there who have less than a 3,000 status? Well, exactly what it says. If I were you, I would be calling your dealership as soon as possible. I would be trying to find out what that list looks like for 2022 models and where you rank on that list, and then make a decision from there how you're going to handle whatever the dealership tells you. I know some people out there are thinking, well, screw this, I'm done with C8, but I agree with those of you out there who say it's well worth the wait. And there is a YouTuber by the name of Rick Corvette Conti who always says it is well worth the wait, and I totally agree. So do me a favor, don't freak out, don't make any rash decisions. You could very likely get a 2022 model pretty quickly. They are going to start production beginning of September for 2022 models. You will be able to put your order in, I believe, the very first part of next month in July. And so you could have a car by October or November. So it's not the end of the world. I hope you can see that. And with this next bit of news, you're really gonna like your chances of getting a 2022 C8 and what that entails. So I'm not gonna give it away right off the bat here. Let me move on Let's start with a couple of questions, and they are probably obvious answers, but you never know. First question I want to ask everyone is, do you think dealerships should mark C8s up above MSRP? Number 2, would you buy a C8 if it was above MSRP? And this is all talking about new C8s from a new car dealership, a new Chevy dealership. Number 3, should GM penalize dealerships for selling C8s above MSRP? Now, this is the interesting one. Obviously, we live with a free market in the United States, and so dealerships are free to do whatever they want. But we're gonna take a look at what GM says about it. So an article came out a couple of days ago with GM's latest C8 production updates, and I'm gonna read a couple of lines from it, and I know you're gonna love this. Now, this article was sent to me by my good friend Mark, my neighbor, who is currently waiting for a C8 Corvette. Okay, as you guys can see, I'm on a website called Corvette Action Center. And as you can see here, it says moving forward, a look at 2021 and 2022 Corvette production. And this was written by Rob Lazowski. It was just written yesterday. So this just came out yesterday. So we're gonna scroll down here. I wanna read you a little bit of this. It says, on the heels of our announcement yesterday that GM notified dealers that the last allocation round for 2021 Corvette orders would be canceled this month, some folks were left confused by GM's announcement and where their orders stand. As stated in their announcement, we are not planning on canceling any accepted 2021 model year Corvette Stingray orders, event code 3000 and above. However, for the third model year of the mid-engine Corvette, model year 2022 allocation will evolve into the available days supply, the ADS allocation methodology, like all other Chevy allocation groups. Now, this ADS is what I've been talking about. That is amazing, great news for us C8 lovers out there. So what exactly does this mean? ADS basically means that a Chevy dealer's allocation numbers will be based upon how many of a particular model they have sitting on the ground and how long that model has been sitting. For C8 allocation numbers, GM used a dealer's previous 3 years of C7 Corvette sales. This is actually great news for Chevy dealers that chose to sell their C8s at MSRP and move them rather than the smaller dealers who chose to rape the customer by tacking on 20 to 30K market adjustment. To all those dealers out there sitting on 2 to 5 plus C8 Corvettes with market adjustments in your showroom for the last several months, congratulations. You just shot yourselves in the foot. Now, this is a big statement, and I hope you're getting excited by now. It's about to get even clearer exactly what this means. Dodge did the exact same thing with the Hellcat when dealers tried to jack up the price of the car over MSRP. According to a report in Automotive News, Dodge CEO Tim Kuniskis was quoted, "If you want to market adjust the car, that's your right. But if your days on lot goes above that of the other guys that are selling them at MSRP, they will end up earning the allocation because their days on lots will be lower. They're turning their inventory. Some dealers are going to have heartburn with that." Kuniskis told Automotive News, "I want this car out in the marketplace so that somebody is sharing it with 50 of their friends and evaluating the brand. That's what I want, not sitting in your showroom with a rope around it." For 2021, GM has been extending Corvette allocation to dealers on a quarterly basis. As it stands right now, moving forward, ADS will not affect that unless GM issues new allocation timeframes to dealers. So what this is saying, in my opinion, is that that new ADS is not going to affect 2021 allocation, but 2021 allocation is all but over. as you saw earlier in the article. So what I think will happen, because they're introducing this ADS, is in September when GM starts building these new Corvettes, they're going to issue this ADS to all their dealerships and tell them, by the way, you're going to get less 2022 C8s if you sit on your C8s with a jacked up price over MSRP. Now, this article has some more goodies in it. It answers some questions. My 2021 Corvette order was scheduled to be submitted this month. Now what? And all of these shutdowns and part shortages is GM's fault. He addresses that. He says that's completely wrong. Just like I said in my last video, that most of these things, or if not all of these things, are out of GM's control. So he goes ahead and addresses that. And the rest is pretty good to read too. So I'm going to link this article down in the description below. But that's really going to end it for this video. Let me know down in the comments below, like I said, what you guys think about this. If you think GM should penalize dealerships for selling over MSRP, and if this gives you hope to be able to buy a new Corvette at a dealer that you were hoping to buy from, but found out that they were selling for way over MSRP, so you had to go somewhere else, or you're thinking about going somewhere else. Let me know all that down in the comments down below. Other than that, please give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Also, again, help me reach my goal of 50,000 subscribers in the year 2021. We are doing fantastic, folks. We're getting close to 40,000 subscribers, and then we've just got 10,000 more to go. So help me reach that goal by smashing that red subscribe button and the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys out on the road.